Marvel Studios made it clear to everybody that they were going to double, triple, and quadruple down on diversity when it came to the Marvels, and it's resulted in a record-breaking performance, just not the way they would want, because the Marvels not only had the worst opening weekend in the history of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but now had the worst second weekend drop, not just of the MCU, but of any comic book movie in history. But for those few people out there that actually went and saw the movie and liked it, one of the things they praised was all the diversity and inclusion that it had. Well, as it turns out, it looks like there could have been more, but Marvel wasn't ready to go there. This is the report that came out yesterday that everybody has been talking about today. A report from a scooper who alleges that there was a couple lines cut from this movie, including one that explicitly showed Captain Marvel and Valkyrie had been in a relationship prior to this movie. Marvel Studios reportedly cut a quote from the Marvels that confirms Carol Danvers and Valkyrie dated in the past. Quote, "We work better as friends." That's what was supposed to be in there, confirming that Valkyrie and Captain Marvel hooked up at some point in time. And no one should be surprised if this is true, if this is a real thing that they cut out that they had originally filmed, because for 4 years, Tessa Thompson's been talking about that. Tessa Thompson's been saying, yeah, it's time for Valkyrie and Captain Marvel to hook up. After Thor: Love and Thunder, she talked about it too, how important it was to see this character as queer. And apparently, both in Ragnarok and in Thor: Love and Thunder, they did a lot more shit about her being bisexual or her queerness or her gayness, whatever it fucking happens to be. They did a lot of stuff that got cut out of those movies. Just as we've seen time and time again, Marvel likes to virtue signal. They like to tell you how important it is, how important diversity and inclusion is, unless it might not result in this thing getting released in a country. Then we'll cut it in a fucking heartbeat. And according to these reports, that's also what they did with Captain Marvel, or with the Marvels, when it comes to Valkyrie and Captain Marvel. It also doesn't surprise me because the way that scene felt when you watched it, it did feel like there was some weird stuff, like they had been trying to set up that they were together, but they didn't mention anything about it. And now you've got people, right? You've got Out magazine that's outraged. How dare they cut this from the Marvels? I'm going to be real. If there was a movie to leave it in, if there was a movie to prove all this shit you continue to preach, it would have been the Marvels. Because I don't think anything could have hurt the box office worse than it already is. I don't know if it could have possibly gotten worse, even if you put another virtue signal in there. And of course, a lot of people recycling the South Park meme again, because it just seems like Disney continues to do that. That's the solution to everything. Put a woman in it, make her lame and gay. I know some people are already tired of seeing that meme everywhere. The problem is Disney continues to do it, which is why people continue to talk about it. And now this audience, right, probably some of the only people that actually have been supporting the Marvels, the stands out there with fucking pronouns and flags in their bios who don't know what gender they are yet, like these people that are out there standing the Marvels and saying it's so bad that people didn't go out and support it. Now even some of them are pissed off that yet again, they didn't get to see what they should have been able to. How dare you cut this moment from the Marvels? How dare you not show us that Valkyrie and Captain Marvel explicitly used to be lovers or whatever the fuck? You can never win when it comes to these activists who don't actually support the things that they like or post on social media, as evidenced by the Marvel's box office disaster. When it comes to this rumor, when it comes to this report, obviously, a lot of people think it's pretty valid because of how it felt when they were on screen, everything Tessa Thompson has said before, everything Marvel said before, and because we've seen them do this multiple times before when they had scenes in movies that they cut out because they probably didn't want to have to worry about it not getting released somewhere, even though they virtue signal about it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.